this is my poster for Who Am I as a Communicator for EDA 1116. I chose these items because I feel like these have helped me grow as a communicator, or they're things that I've also learned about and have started to practice in my everyday life. Empathy. Having empathy has helped me grow as a person and an educator. I think empathy is incredibly important, and it's something that can connect us to others. I did it in yellow because I feel like empathy is like a brightness you can bring to other people's lives with like a sun. Adaptability. I never thought I was, but I look back on what I've been through and I see how adaptable I've been, and it really helps me as an educator. And I did it in big letters because to show that it is important, and it's something that I want to continue to work on, because like I said, I think it is important and something that you need in the classroom. And I did these colors because they're two of my favorite colors. Imagination. I believe this really helps me as an educator because I can use my imagination in my work, and it helps me connect with those I work with. I like the dots because that's kind of like a sparkle that reminds me of imagination and how important it is, and how it can help us connect with those we work with, and we can use our imagination to really help those around us. Supporting. Helps the children know they have someone who supports them. I did this in blue because it's one of my favorite colors, and I love supporting, like the concept of supporting and how it feels, and I want to be able to give that to others. Acceptance of diversity. As someone who is LGBTQ+, it is important there is an understanding of diversity, and I did that in our colors and the rainbow. And it's important to let the kids know that there is, there's space for everybody, no matter who you are. And I think that's incredibly important to know as a kid growing up. It really, really is. Self-compassion. If we don't show ourselves this, it can be hard to teach the kids. So I think this is an important thing we teach ourselves. Self-compassion. It's something that I don't think we give ourselves very much, and I think it's something that we grow throughout our lives. And so if we can help the kids know it even younger, that is perfect. Perspective. There are many perspectives. It is important to realize not only yours is what counts or matters. I don't know why this one always throws me off. So I like this one because it's the squiggly lines, that it kind of almost is that mind kind of play where it shows perspectives. Mindfulness. Mindfulness is one of those techniques that build the capacity of space, ability to access the space, and ability to recognize when you need to find the space. End quote. I chose these colors because these are some of my favorite colors, and I put it in kind of like a box kind of shape, not to like box us in, but to remember that to hold space for mindfulness. Words matter. How we speak makes a huge difference. It can either create a divide or closeness with others around us. So I drew somebody speaking. Words really matter, and I think this is something that I've discovered even more as I've grown up and watching myself and how I speak, and I think it really shows our character, and it's something that we can teach the children and those around us. Honesty. It almost goes without saying that true self-disclosure must be honest, end quote. Honesty is up here, the little bulletin board. Honesty is of course important. I think there is a time and a place, but being honest is almost always the right choice. Mental health. Mental health is incredibly important to me, and it's something that I'm very vocal about, and I think it is something that everyone needs to be aware of. I don't think that there's enough discussion around mental health. I know some people say that there's a lot of supports, but I think it's something that we can even offer more of. Compared to how we treat physical needs, mental health should also be up there. And so I drew mental health matters and the little brain. Mother. Being a mother relates because it helps me open my eyes more to the world of children and how wonderful it is to grow. And I do this in big letters because it is something that takes up a lot of space in my life and time, and is something that I find incredibly beautiful, and it has definitely helped me in the classroom to try and, understand those around me more. Painting. This relates to me finding what brings me peace, and even if I'm not great at it, it gives me an outlet to put my feelings onto a canvas. So painting these little rainbow letters and then a picture. Somebody who I'd be like, okay, that's me painting and enjoying myself. So this is several things that I found have helped me grow as a communicator, and it is things that I want to continue to use in the classroom and outside the classroom. And I do have my 12 concepts listed and my references for the photos I found and the quotes I've used. Thank you.